So today I want to make some flowers again, and I have a new epoxy resin, which is the 1-to-1 diamond from Dipoxy, and I've got to say that it matters what kind of resin you use for this technique. Because if you have a low viscosity resin, it's much more harder to achieve the flower effect into the resin, and that's why I decided not to use the ordinary one that I always use, the 2-to-1 ratio. I used the 1-to-1 ratio this time, and it worked just beautifully. Now I'm measuring my epoxy resin, and it's by volume, and I take 150 milliliters of A and 150 of B. You have to stir slowly because the thicker the resin is, the more bubbles you will get into the resin if you are unlucky. With the flower technique, it's kind of difficult to mix the colors, because if you take too much color, the color will sink up to the bottom, and yeah, you will have drops in the middle. So what I'm mixing here is the yellow, the green, and the white, and I will put some purple onto it, and I also mix some pink glitter for my middles into some resin. In that first cup for the green color, I don't have much in there, maybe like 1 milliliter of resin, and I don't need that much because this is just for the leaves I want to make into it. And now I'm taking the yellow color, and I need a little bit more, that's why I put more color in there. So for the middle of my flower, I just take the resin that runs off of my stick there. This is not really much, and I put some glitter in there. And because I want it to be more like a paste, so it won't run all the way outside of the middle, I'm putting a little bit or a lot more glitter in there. So if you use pigment paste, the important thing is that you have to mix it. Before you use it, you have to mix it really well. And as you can see, I'm taking with my little stick here just a little tiny bit into my color, because if you take too much, it will drop you to the bottom, and this is not a pretty sight, because it won't be looking like a flower then otherwise. So less is more in this case. So as I was saying, I mix up my colors all the same, and the only color that I mix different is the white, where I use that stick that I stirred in that pot around more pigment paste, because I wanted to see whether it works or not. Now I'm pouring in the resin into that mold. This mold is for molds and shapes, and my hubby bought that for me on my birthday last year, and this is the first time me using this mold. And I didn't wait till I started that the resin has a certain temperature. I just started right away after mixing the colors. Here I have some bubbles on the edges of that, on the bottom, and I'm taking my silicone brush to loosen them from the bottom, so they will rise up, and I can just pop them with a little bit of alcohol or something. So just don't use nothing sharp in those molds because they scratch easily, and if you do that, you have on every piece that you make the scratches in there. First I put the glitter in the middle, and as you can see, this is like a really thick paste, and hopefully it won't run to the outsides and will cover the whole surface instead of only in the middle. Now I'm taking my colors and put them in, and as you can see, I'm not really in a order that a flower is supposed to look like. I'm just trying to put the colors in, and I'm not really neat with it. Yeah, I will let it run for you a little bit faster, and yeah, put some music on for y'all. And here you can see me putting in the green, and as you can see, I don't need much. That's why I didn't put too much resin in that little cup, because I don't want the leaves or the green to be all over the place. So what I'm doing here now is I'm taking my silicone brush and emphasizing the petals a little bit and making a swirl in the middle, and yeah, let it cure. Here I have some Chameleon powder, and I will cover the surface of those coasters with it, and yeah. So I'm finished now, and I'm just pouring resin on top of the coasters, filling them up. I put some black pigment paste in there, and yeah, the only thing that we have to do is getting rid of some air bubbles, and then let the Resin Cure. So the resin has cured and I'm taking them out of the mold, and I'm yeah. I will be so surprised, and I was so nervous about it because when you watch my videos, you know that I'm kind of having problems with the flower technique, and I tried and tried again, and it never came out good. So now look at this. This time it really worked, and I'm so proud of those pieces. And I can't really say that it does matter what kind of resin you take, because yeah, you can't do every technique with every resin that is on the market. And yeah, I have learned that the hard way. If you know my videos, then you know. So I'll leave some more impressions, and if you like my video, I would really appreciate a thumbs up, a subscription, and if you just show my videos to others, I'd love that very much also. So I hope to see you in my next video, and yeah, for now, bye bye.